Alright, everybody. I've been doing a public service for you guys. I've been watching CNN, so you don't have to. And yeah, I know it says HLN, but that's like their show that they have on. And their reaction to the recent Trump rally is hilarious. I've been watching bits and pieces. I haven't seen this clip, but you'll see why I clicked on it in a second.
I want to talk to someone who was at the rally in Tampa last night. He's covered countless of these and has become one of the president's favorite human punching bags.
I wonder who that could be. Carry on, though.
CNN Chief White House Correspondent Jim Acosta.
Hey.
Jim, we've seen your videos, and I've been to these events too. I've met with countless Trump supporters. Even I was shocked at the.
Oh. It's been what? How many years has Trump been campaigning? 2 years now he's been giving these speeches, and you're shocked now. Now it's your time to be shocked.
Level of vitriol that was aimed your way last night. Give us an idea.
There's a reason for that. It's because Jim Acosta is not a journalist. He acts like he's one, but he's an activist, and he's a deceptive, biased scum. Okay? So, I have zero sympathies for Jim Acosta. He is the worst of the worst here. He really is. I've said this for quite a while now, but he deserves all this shit that gets slung back at him.
What it felt like to be in the middle of it.
Well, Essie, I mean, honestly, it felt like we weren't in America anymore.
Oh my god, we were in America. Well, you guys, okay, well, what is it like to be in America then? Like, this is as American as it gets, like, slinging shit at people. Like, that is America, okay? And holding people accountable, like you, Jim Acosta, is what America is like.
I don't know how to put it any more plainly than that. Americans should not be treating their fellow Americans in this way.
Oh, you're trying to take the moral high ground here. You're a fellow American. Jim, you are, like I said, you are not a journalist. You act like one. You have interrupted Trump in press conferences when he tries to call other people. You get all pissy fist over that, and you lose your shit over that. You then, at one ceremony, were asking Trump a question in the back of the fucking room while people were clapping. He's all the way, like 50, plus feet away, and then you tweet out that he didn't respond. What did you fucking expect, Jim? I mean, I know why you do that. It's obviously deceptive. You shout him a question, and you know he's not going to respond, so you can say he didn't respond, which makes it sound like he's hiding something or doesn't have an answer. And I believe it was something about Russia. You can find the tweet, but this is why nobody likes you. And when he was at the North Korea summit, you were shouting questions at him while he was in a historic moment with Kim Jong-un, and you were asking about, like, ridiculous things. Like, you know you're not supposed to ask questions during those certain moments. Like, I believe it was during the signing ceremony, during their signing that stuff. And I know it happened while they were outside, but he was asking, like, just these stupid questions. Oh my god.
But unfortunately, what we've seen, and this has been building for some time since the campaign, I've been talking about.
See? It's not, some new thing. This has been happening.
This as an issue since the campaign, when the president during the campaign referred to us as the dishonest media, the disgusting.
Because you are.
News media, liars, scum, and thieves, and so on, and then.
Because you are.
Rolled that right into the Oval Office and started calling us fake news and the enemy.
Well, imagine my shock, as Paul Joseph Watson would say.
The people, he is whipping these crowds up into a frenzy to the point where they really want to come after us. And
what, you think they're start, like, punching you or something? These aren't Antifa, Jim. It's funny. You talk about how his rhetoric is making you scared, like they're gonna come after you. But I didn't hear that when Maxine Waters was encouraging harassment of Trump supporters and all that sort of talk that you were seeing on the Democrats, not too long ago. I wasn't born yesterday, Jim. And I didn't see you outraged over that. Like, ooh, they might be coming after Trump supporters now. Like, this is dangerous rhetoric from Maxine Waters saying to chase them out of restaurants and other places. I didn't see the outrage then.
You know, we have these bike rack like barriers around the press cage, as we call it, to protect us essentially from
Protect you? No, it's because you have to draw a line for these people so they don't just start walking up to you guys.
people who might take things too far. It's unfortunate because, and I try.
They won't. Trump supporters are some of the most peaceful people in the world. It's a very safe place at a Trump rally until a unhinged commie shows up or Antifa.
I calmly talked to a lot of these folks at the rally last night to say, listen, hey, you know, tell me what you want to talk about here. Why are you guys so upset with us? And they would kind of go through a list of questions. Most of the questions were about why don't you guys report positive news about the president? And I
Ding, ding, ding.
said, hey, you know what? We do that.
No, you don't, Jim. All you guys talk about. I was away for the past like few days, and I was just watching CNN because that one place that was all we could get, which was, that was a disservice to the country right there. The only news channel you can get with CNN, and Jesus. But all you guys talk about is Russia, 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 Russia. Every second. It's all they talk about. And it's not just CNN, it's MSNBC. It's just constant. You guys aren't talking about the record job numbers that have come out right now. You guys aren't talking about that. And if you do, you spin it to a negative. Something is undeniably positive. Like, they're like, oh, but we estimate that it would be higher. Well, what the fuck does that matter? An estimate? It's still going up. I like 4% GDP. That has never happened under Obama, I believe, and then Trump does it, and you guys don't even talk about it barely.
We were reporting on this positive job numbers in the economy last Friday, and my
Bullshit. Bullshit. If you were reporting it, you were spinning it into a negative light. I mean, I'm not gonna make a giant stance on this because again, I wasn't watching on Friday night, but I know you guys. You don't let anything positive of Trump get a fair light.
Is that that these opinions that these folks have at these rallies, they're shaped by what they see in the primetime hours of Fox News.
Oh, yeah, just blame Fox News. When you fucks do the exact same thing that Fox News does, which is spin things in a direction. Stop acting objective when you're not.
And what they hear from some conservative news outlets that just sort of give them this daily diet of what they consider to be terrible things that we do over here.
Because they are. You guys lie, misrepresent things all the time. Look at when Trump had when he was feeding the koi fish. You fuckers had it so that it looked like that he was just dumping the food into the koi pond. When it like zoomed in on Trump and like cut out the I believe the Japanese president who had dumped his in, and Trump was following suit. And you guys act like Trump just was being rude and dumping his whole food. Yes, this is why we don't like you.
CNN, it's very unfortunate, but it's a pitting of American against American, and honestly, it needs to stop.
Yeah, it does need to stop. And that's because you guys need to stop lying and stop acting like or at least stop acting like objective journalists when you're not. Okay, you are activists. Jim Acosta, the only credit I can fucking give this guy is that he at least goes on the ground and kind of reports stuff. That's the closest thing to a comment you're ever going to get, Jim. Now, this girl on the left doesn't do shit. She sits in a fucking glass bubble all day, reads a teleprompter, and says her opinion. Okay? She is not a journalist. And neither are you, Jim. I mean, you're the closest to it, but even fucking InfoWars. Like, say what you will about InfoWars, but at least InfoWars does on-the-ground reporting. Like, they literally go on the ground, interview people, talk to people, and have a fucking report. You, Jim, go into this briefing room and try to turn yourself into a celebrity, and then that is your report. That's your journalism. No, you're trying to give him with gotcha questions and trying to make yourself look like a celebrity by interrupting him rudely when other reporters are asked on. You hack.
You tweeted, I'm very worried that the hostility whipped up by Trump and some in the conservative media will result in somebody getting hurt.
Oh, yeah, like I said, where was this outrage when Maxine Waters was calling for harassment of Trump supporters? You fucks are selective with your outrage. This is not going to get journalists hurt. Stop it. You guys are going to get yourselves hurt, if anything.
We should not treat our fellow Americans this way. The press is not the enemy. Trump
I don't know.
been bashing the media for a while now. What makes you think it's at this sort of pivot point now, this really dangerous pivot point?
Yeah, please tell us, because literally the only thing that's changed is that you guys have gotten worse and got more obsessed with Trump Russia hysteria, and your Trump derangement syndrome has just gone off the charts. Like, that's the only thing I could say that's changed.
Well, I think it's been dangerous for some time. I was worried during the campaign that a journalist was going to get hurt.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
And it has been building. But when you refer to the members of the press as the enemy of the people, you're essentially putting targets on our backs.
Not really. Jim, you guys discredit yourselves. You guys gave yourselves the nickname of fake news, or even the enemy of the people. Like, stop trying to put this on Trump. You guys did this to yourselves. No, you're not going to get hurt. If you're really worried about it, stop lying every day and stop being so fucking condescending.
And it's not just some, Joe Schmo on a bar stool in Kalamazoo saying this. This is the
That's not stereotypical at all.
President of the United States. And that comes, with a serious,
I love how they're blurring out the fuck yous. Oh, it's funny.
Force behind it.
Yeah.
And, he has a lot of people out there who are extremely angry at us. And what I've been saying to these folks at these rallies is, hey, watch what we do on CNN. Form your...
I love this headline at the bottom. I just realized, America the angry. Trump inflames anti-media. M.O. Oh, God, you guys did that to yourselves. Like, that's such a sensational... Look, that's an editorialized sensational headline right there. Stop acting fucking objective.
Conclusions based on that. But, listen, we can't just do the news for the Republicans. We have to do the news for all Americans.
Oh.
And that means we have to report on everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, stop talking about Russia all the time and actually report on some positive things. Like, gee, that time Eric Trump saved a woman from fainting in New York and heckled an ambulance to come save her. I don't remember CNN making that the front page story, but if it was Michelle Obama's daughter, or Michelle and Barack Obama's daughter, oh my God, it'd be the top story. She'd be on the cover of Time magazine. It'd be talked about everywhere. It's selective coverage. You guys know it. Stop lying. Be authentic. You can be a left-wing ally, that's fine, but fucking own up to it and stop acting objective. Like, oh, we give the news for all Americans. No, you fucking don't. You don't talk about half the positive shit that's happening under Trump. And what about Tommy Robinson? That was an injustice, a proven injustice now, of his jail time for just recording a live stream outside about a courthouse about a Muslim grooming gang, or rape gang is what I should call it. You guys didn't cover that story at all. Fox barely talked about it too. It was a complete blackout on CNN, so don't act like you guys are covering everything that the American people need to know about.
The lady say to me at the rally last night, why can't you guys be like Walter Cronkite over at CBS News? I said to the lady, you remember this? This was an elderly woman. I said, you remember this? Walter Cronkite said on the CBS Evening News that essentially the Vietnam War had been lost, and Lyndon Johnson at that time, a Democratic president, said, well, if I've lost Cronkite, I've lost the country.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's when journalists had some credibility. And I don't know much about Cronkite, to be honest, but I bet he's better than any of these hacks right here. But he could have been just as biased. I don't know. But that's when the media actually had credibility and a name that meant something. Now it's lost.
So journalists do form conclusions based on their observations from time to time. But
you got to be careful with that.
I strongly defend what we do at CNN.
Man, if you want to die on that hill, okay. Get your fucking paycheck today, Jim.
that we do straight news, real news,
Oh, here we go.
no matter what the president says.
Bull fucking shit. You guys don't do real straight news. You guys fucking editorialize, spin, sensationalize everything. You're like a fucking tabloid. Like, if you turn to. At least Fox has like a few hours where it's just fairly straight news. Like, Brett Baer is probably the fairest and straightest shooter of all the people on Fox. Like, if you want just what the news is of the day, like, I'd watch Brett Baer. But you don't have that on CNN. Everything is spun to a negative light on Trump, and everything is editorialized. Everything is opinionated. So stop acting like you guys are all real and straight news. Just stop. Crouch and CNN sucks during Trump rally. Oh, that's so funny. I can't believe they actually put that on the fucking headline at the bottom.
And so I think we're just going to have to keep talking to these folks at these rallies. I felt that.
I will admit that's a good thing. Keep talking to them. Because that's maybe how you can, like, wake the fuck up, even though I don't think you will, Jim.
As I talk to them, folks seem to calm down. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I think we just have to keep at it, Essie.
Jim, thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate everything you do.
I don't. Oh, man. That's a doozy. Whew. I have nothing else to add to that. I wonder what the comment section is like. I'm genuinely curious. Florida's full of Trump tards, seen as the best news out there. Okay. Oh man, can CNN stop the trials? Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. It's this victim mentality. They act like they're the victims here when they are the perpetrators. Yeah, they had the freedom of speech to criticize you, Jimmy boy. So, stop it. These are funny. Well, I wonder the like dislike ratio. Ooh, look at that. Come on, guys. You can get the dislike there. I'll contribute. Well, good luck, CNN, because you guys have a fucking uphill battle, to gain any credibility back. Good fucking luck.